Like damn, she wanna afford to touch me. I say I want it, and she got it.
What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's get into Smackdown from September the 20th, 2024. A pretty okay show for the most part. I really dug the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes face-off in the Georgia Tech football stadium. That was epic. That was beautifully done. We will definitely talk about that when we get to it. Everything else on the show was, in my opinion, just okay to all right. SmackDown has been in a real slump for months now. And the only thing holding it together is the Bloodline stuff. That's the only thing holding SmackDown together, in my opinion. So we have some news and notes to get into real quick, and then we'll get into the review. Note 1. The Lucha Brothers are officially done with AEW, and they are WWE bound. And no, they're not going to NXT at all. They're going straight to the main roster. So that's Raw or SmackDown. To me, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't. I feel like the Lucha Bros should be in NXT for at least 6 months. That's what the Motor City Machine Guns are going to do. They'll be in NXT for at least 6 months to a year, and then they'll be brought up to the main roster. And WWE, they already have merchandise made for the Lucha Bros, so masks and whatnot, so that's really, really cool. I like that. But me personally, I feel that they should do at least 6 months to a year in NXT, just like the Motor City Machine Guns. Nobody really knows who the Lucha Bros are. Like, if you don't know of TNA, like if you never watched TNA or Impact, if you've never really gotten to Lucha Underground or AEW, then you won't know who these guys are. Like, if you're just a casual wrestling fan, you won't know who these guys are. And I don't know how they're going to get over on the main roster. Once again, Triple H is not thinking. Give the Lucha Bros to Shawn for at least 6 months to a year, so that way they can work the WWE style and then go to the main roster. That's what should happen. It's that simple. And I don't know how the Lucha Bros were able to bypass that. I just don't understand that. But it is what it is. I hope Triple H knows what he's doing. I hope he knows what he's doing. But I doubt it. I don't have any damn faith in Triple H anymore. I just don't. Moving on. The next note. Oh, boy. May the Creator above help us all. SmackDown is going to 3 hours next year. I believe in January. Oh my God. This is a terrible decision. Triple H's sorry ass can't even book a 2-hour SmackDown. 3 is going to be insane. It's going to be worse. I don't get it. He can't even book a 3-hour Raw correctly. Oh my God, this is so stupid. And this is why I continue to say over and over again that these networks should really listen to the fans. I'm not talking about the geeks online. I'm talking about the fans who actually know what we're talking about. 3 hours of any pro wrestling show is bad. It's not needed. It's not. It's stupid. You're going to get an hour of filler, which is not good. You don't need filler on television as much. You really don't. This is so dumb. Like, it's awful. It is extremely awful, and we know why they're doing this. It's because of content. And also, AEW Dynamite, they're going to be going to 3 hours probably sometime next year. This is stupid. TNA has never done 3 hours. Never. Their pay-per-views are 3 hours, which is solid. But I don't understand why Smackdown has to be 3 hours. I get USA wants more content, but you don't need it like that. USA should say to WWE, hey, look, we want 3 hours of content. We just want you to book a 2-hour wrestling show. And that third hour should be SmackDown talk or talking smack, to where it's just an hour of just maybe backstage interviews and stuff like that. That's all a third hour of wrestling should be. And it really should honestly be non-televised. This sucks. This is so stupid. So stupid. All right, let's go ahead and get into the review. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. LA Knight versus Andrade. Oh, ídolo. LA Knight wins via the BFT for the 1, 2, 3. Match was solid. It was a decent opener for the show. What do you do with Andrade going forward? I have no idea. He's going to be continuing his feud, his nonsensical feud with Carmelo Hayes, which is going nowhere. They're going to face for a 6th time. Yes, 6. The number after 5. 6. Oh my God. This is, Triple H, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing, my guy? What are you doing? Hot diggity damn. 6 times? Not good, not good. We need LA Knight to get into an actual feud, though. Now, apparently, and I'll bring this up when AEW for Grand Slam, but Rusev is he's wanting to be released from AEW. He's requesting his release from AEW. I would love to have Rusev back in WWE, but I would also love to have Rusev back. Rusev go to TNA. But that mid card needs to be filled out. If SmackDown is going to go 3 hours next year, you need to have a solid ass mid card. You need to focus on that mid card scene, and you need to focus heavily on that main event scene. That's what you need to focus on. You need these divisions to be up to par. You need stars in these divisions. You need these guys to have feuds and stories that we care about. I would love for Rusev to come back. I would love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely, I would love it. So, LA Knight winning was the right decision. Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes, number 6, part 6. I'm not interested in that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Moving on. So Nia Jax is backstage. She's listening to Tiffany Stratton talk, and she's a little bit annoyed that being Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton says it'll be great to never see either Bayley or Naomi's faces on SmackDown again. Nia Jax says, if Tiffany Stratton loses tonight, it might be a good idea if she leaves SmackDown. And then Nia Jax walks up. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. So, Andrade is walking backstage when Carmelo Hayes confronts him. Carmelo Hayes says he hadn't seen a choke artist like that since the Kings lost to the Lakers. And then the two of them, they have a backstage brawl. So Andrade attacks Carmelo Hayes, and officials break it up. Who cares? This is pointless shit. Moving on. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, they meet at Georgia Tech football stadium. This was tremendous. This was excellent. So, Roman Reigns, he shows up. He comes out looking awesome. Same with Cody Rhodes. They got a fleet of cars around him and everything else. It's really cool. It's an empty stadium. It's amazing. So, Roman Reigns says that everything Cody Rhodes puts his eyes on in this field is his. Years ago, he shed blood, sweat, and tears on this field. Roman says that this field is his field, his stadium, and city. Roman asks Cody, what has he done with his city? Cody Rhodes says on the other side of the stadium is the Omni. Multiple generations of his family have played for and in this city. Roman played football and then went back to the beach. I love that. That was great right there. I love that. That was a dope line right there. Nice. I love that. Roman says this is Cody's home. Roman wants to cut to the chase. Cody Rhodes signed himself to a lose-lose situation. Cody has everything to lose and is dealing with a whole situation of people who have nothing to lose. They took Jimmy from him. They took his wise man. They took his bloodline. And they took his Ulafala. Roman Reigns has nothing to lose. For the first time in a long time, there's no weight around his on his neck. It's on Cody Rhodes's. Roman is a man with no country. Cody Rhodes then responds and says, Roman's telling him, like this is it, like he's supposed to be surprised. Cody told him before their first WrestleMania encounter, WrestleMania 39, that this would happen. He'd be a chief without a tribe. They took Jimmy, his wise men, and the Ulafala. Does Reigns really think that he has nothing to lose? Cody Rhodes sees the situation and will raise him another. Cody Rhodes tells him to take a look around WWE. They've already got a tribal chief. It's not Roman Reigns. They have WWE champion. It's not Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns can't beat his own bloodline, who's standing here right now, it's not the biggest box office attraction to WWE. It's not the guaranteed WrestleMania main eventer. It's the guy that used to call Roman Reigns. I love that line right there. That was great. So Roman, he looks fired up and asks Cody Rhodes what he wants. Cody Rhodes said he wants Roman's word that he'll have his back so Cody can have his. Roman Reigns says, I'll give you my word. I'll have your back. But just understand this. When all this is done, I'm taking back what's mine. And then they both walk away. They're heading into the same direction. They stop. Cody Rhodes looks at Roman and says, it's not yours to take. Roman tells him he's in his way. Cody Rhodes steps aside. Roman Reigns says, you're in my way in life. And then Roman walks off by himself, a man with no island. I love this. This was great. This was tremendous. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. This was beautiful, as Cat from Cat Dog would say. This was amazing. I absolutely love this. Excellent, excellent stuff here, man. Really, really good stuff. Moving on. So, Kevin Owens sees all this backstage. Byron's trying to get an interview with him, but Kevin Owens just scoffs and walks away. Moving on, this leads us into Apollo Crews defeating Giovanni Vinci. The match lasted maybe about 3 minutes. roll-up finish. I don't care about this. Giovanni Vinci, I feel bad for him. At this point, he might as well just go ahead and request his release. Well, actually, no. I take that back. They might do a Carmelo Hayes Andrade thing with these two guys here. I guess. I don't know, man. I really don't know. This is dumb. Giovanni Vinci has already been a flop and a failure. Already been a flop. Not good. If Giovanni Vinci and Apollo Crews, if this doesn't turn into a Carmelo Hayes Andrade feud or whatever or something like that, if I was Giovanni Vinci, the moment my contract is up, I'm out. I would go to either TNA or something else. I don't know. So post-match, Giovanni Vinci beats the shit out of Apollo Crews. He does a brain buster. So, I don't know. Moving on. So apparently, WWE is bringing back Saturday night main event, which is cool. They're going to do 4 of these per year. If I was WWE, I would just turn these into pay-per-views. I really would. I would turn these into pay-per-views. You don't have a December pay-per-view. You used to in TLC when Vince was in charge, but now that Triple H is taking control, there hasn't been a December pay-per-view in 2 years, which is not good. So I would turn one of these Saturday night's main events into a pay-per-view, at least one of them, especially the December one. That's what I really would do, and hopefully they do it, but probably not. Moving on. So Kevin Owens comes out. So he says that Byron Saxton asked him about twice in 10 minutes about the situation involving Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. People want to know what he thinks of Cody Rhodes teaming up with Roman Reigns after Kevin Owens has been through Roman Reigns in the past few years. So Tama Tonga and Tama Loa and Jacob Fatu, the Bloodline, they come out. Tama Tonga tells the crowd to let the right-hand man speak. And so Tama Tonga shushes the crowd. He says, last week Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns embarrassed their tribal chief. That was a big mistake. They'll get what's coming to them at Bad Blood. As for Kevin Owens, he'll get what's coming to him tonight by the orders of the real tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. And then Kevin Owens says, before he starts talking again, because no one ever wants to, my bad. Kevin Owens says, before he starts talking again, because no one has ever wanted to hear what he has to say, speaking about Tama Tonga, which is absolutely true. He sucks on the mic. Oh my God, that guy is awful. Ugh. They can just skip the whole thing and let him punch him in the face. So Kevin Owens just takes out Tama Tonga and Tama Loa. And then him and Jacob Fatu, they have a little stare down. They start to brawl. Then DIY come out, and a brawl's about to ensue. Nick Aldis then comes out with security to keep the peace. Nick Aldis says that he's getting deja vu, and he's getting tired of them fighting with no ring bell. Nick Aldis does the math, 3 on each side, and makes a 6-man tag team match. This is going to be the main event. Okay, that's fine. Who cares? Moving right along. So Naomi and Bayley, they're backstage talking about their match. There's clearly some tension about who will pick up the win and become number 1 contender. Neither wants to leave SmackDown. Okay, moving on. So this leads us into the Tornado tag team match. So Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Naomi, and Bayley. Whoever loses must leave SmackDown. And so both Naomi and Bayley, they pin Nia Jax. So we know how this goes, right? Yep. It's going to be Naomi versus Bayley next week. The winner of that is going to face Nia Jax, which, no, that's not going to happen. It's going to be a triple threat at Bad Blood. That's just common sense. Like, that's easy as fuck to predict. That's where this is going. Nia Jax is going to get involved anyway. So, this is fine, I guess. Moving on. Chelsea Green, she's in a really cool segment. So, she's shown taking out garbage, but she can't actually handle the job. Chelsea Green pretends to beat up Michin as she struggles. Chelsea Green appears to be attacked by a raccoon and says Michin will pay for this. And so this is going to be a dumpster match in 2 weeks. Nice. Moving on. So Nick Aldis, he's backstage with Naomi and Bayley. They both know that they won. There can only be one. And then next week they're going to go one-on-one with each other. The winner faces Nia Jax and Bad Blood. Who cares? Moving on, main event of the evening. So KO came out to make his entrance, and then the Bloodline, they destroyed DIY. This leads into a quick 3-on-1 handicap real quick, and then the Street Profits, they come out and have a brawl, and then this leads us into the main event. Kevin Owens and the Street Profits versus the Bloodline. Tama Tonga, Tamaloa, and Jacob Fatu. And this was a DQ. So KO and the Street Profits, they won via DQ. And post-match, there was just a massive brawl that ensued, basically. DIY got involved. It was just total chaos. I really didn't care about it. So Cody Rhodes comes out to make the save. He brings a steel chair. He takes out Guerrillas of Destiny, and then he attacks Solo. And then he hits Solo with a Cody Cutter. So Kevin Owens grabs the steel chair. He's about to hit Cody. And then Cody turns around and he sees Kevin Owens with the chair. And KO just looks at Cody. He tosses the chair aside. And the two of them, they shake hands. And then they embrace. And then that was it. So we all know that the Kevin Owens heel turn is coming imminently. We know that's coming. It probably will happen at Bad Blood for sure. So that's probably what will happen. Do we get Cody and Roman again? Cody Roman 3? If we do, it'll be at the Rumble. So I could see them doing the rematch again at the Rumble. That's what I would do. I really would do Roman and Cody at the Rumble next year for sure. And the Rumble's in February, which is odd, but it is what it is. But SmackDown, for the most part, was okay, especially with the Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns face-off. That was great. Everything else, like I said before, is just okay. I don't care about what LA Knight is doing because he has no real feud. He's just taking on a wrestler A, wrestler B, and wrestler C, and not doing, much of anything. It's the same thing with Nia Jax and Bayley and Naomi. They're not doing much of anything. So, it is what it is, I guess. But SmackDown was okay, but what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.